Hey YouTube, here in my office 84, here in my office from Manayunk. This is my new office. As you can see, it is a little bedroom. It's not a beautiful library like I used to have, but we're still paying buco bucks for this place because it's in a very high priced area in Philadelphia, in Manayunk. Um, but I wanted to make a video just to let you guys know what's going on. I got pretty good views on my last video where I announced that I had quit my job. So you might be wondering, well, what am I doing with my time? Sleeping in, being lazy, a little bit. I am kind of kicking back, but I'm about 20% through my real estate exam study material, and I've been scoring pretty good on it. So I'm feeling confident that I'll be able to pass the exam when it comes time to do that. But so studying for that. But I've also been applying to jobs, and as I mentioned before, I'm not interested in going back to internal audit. Great, although I did apply to Vanguard, and because Vanguard's in Malvern, PA, they're about 30 minutes away from me, and that's where their headquarters is. So I applied to an audit manager job there, just figuring what the hey, and they called me, and I got an interview, but they're paying $30,000 less than what I was making in my base salary last time. So it's still a six-figure job, but I'd hate to go back to a 9 to 5, work 40, 50 hours a week, and be making $30,000 less money. Um, Maybe it would work out, but it would take potentially years for me to get back to where I was before. So I'm thinking, and a lot of these sales jobs have very wide salary ranges. Like United Real Estate, for example, who I'm studying for my exam through. They said that the agents can make between 50,000 and 250,000 a year. I mean, it's all going to be a function of how good of a real estate agent I am or how good of a salesman I am. And I'm ready for that challenge. I'm ready for something different. I just don't want to do internal audit again, um, even though that's probably the path of least resistance for me in terms of making money. But I'm just not interested in that. Another thing that happened is I did apply to New York Life just because, as you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I am licensed for life and health insurance sales in New York State because I passed that exam. Never made a penny. Um, they wanted my friends and family, try to sell to them, and I just didn't want to do that. And frankly, I don't think I would have been successful selling to them anyway. So, you know, I did an interview with New York Life. I did two interviews, video interviews, with this guy, smiley guy, showing me pie charts and extrapolations of the people that are making the top dollars at New York Life, and literally like it goes to like $8 million a year. Like he's showing me that. I'm like, why don't you show me the people that don't make a lot of money with New York Life? Show me the people that show me your lowest paid people at New York Life. Give me a little more uh, something a little more realistic, you know. So I and the product, of life insurance and health insurance is just so freaking boring to me that I can't see myself getting into that and getting excited about it, or frankly being good at it. So even though I passed the test, but again, that was a year ago. I probably forgot everything. But I'm so I'm passively looking at sales jobs. It's a tough slog because I have no sales experience. Um, and actually, since it's been 2 weeks since I made a video, I don't think I let you guys know I had an interview at Audi of Westchester, PA, and they showed me their salary scale. And they said, basically like if you sell 4 cars per month, they'll start you out at $30,000 a year. But if you sell, I think it was you have to sell like 20 cars per month, and then you're at $120,000 a year. So it's potentially lucrative. Not quite as much money as I was making at Wells Fargo, but and I wouldn't get that big bonus that I would have gotten if I stayed there, but I missed out on it. So they sent me a rejection letter. They said they get a lot of applicants. They appreciate my time, which I'm not surprised. They knew I was completely green, have no experience in selling cars, and they decided they didn't want to take a chance on me. So, it is what it is. So I've kind of stepped back from the car sales thing. That was if I was gonna sell cars, I want to sell nice cars. So Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and there's even a McLaren dealership here there's McLaren of Philadelphia, but I can't see a McLaren dealership bringing in somebody who has no experience trying to sell $500,000 cars. So, which brings me back to the real estate thing. I think all signs are pointing to that being what I'm going to do. And I know that I'm probably not going to make $250,000 in my first year of selling real estate. It could happen. You could do it. And it's that potential that drives me. Because at Wells Fargo, no matter what I did, I knew what I was making. It's good and it's bad. But I got no incentive to do anything extra. If my income is driven by how many houses I sell and how many people I help, how many houses I help people buy, that's a motivating factor for me. And I'm looking for flexibility in my life. I'm not looking for 9 to 5, sitting at a computer, that kind of lifestyle. I've done that for 18 years. No, not 18 years. I've done that since 2001. So, 19 years of desk jobs. And I guess I'm burned out and I'm sick of it. So, and you might say, how did you just step away from everything like that? Don't you have bills to pay? Well, the deal is that when LeBron sold my 5,500 square foot house, sold it for a lot, and it appreciated to the point that even though we went for 2 years without paying the mortgage and we had to pay all that at the back end when we sold the house because the mortgage was so underwater and it was a mess, and that's another story. But the value of the house appreciated a little over $100,000. So even after paying all the expenses of being behind on the mortgage and the taxes and everything that was behind, I still put 120 grand in the bank, and 120 grand can get burned through pretty quickly. So I know that I can't just kick back and do nothing for a long time. My burn rate at this house, I'm estimating $4,000 a month, so I'd be at $0 in 2 years. So I need to get an income. But I do have another bonus coming through that is going to help me, is the lawsuit settlement. We have a mediation set for December 8th. So December 8th, something's going to happen, and my attorney said it's a good opportunity to settle the case. That could cause a windfall of money that could last me potentially a decade, even at my current rate of expenditures. So these are the reasons why I was able to walk away from Wells Fargo when I was not happy with it. Because most people would say, don't leave a job unless you have something else lined up. So instead, I had money, and that allowed me to get out of a situation that I was completely unhappy with. And I think it had to do with COVID too, because having no in-person training, not being in the office, not seeing my boss, doing everything remotely, I had a real tough time learning the systems, and I had a tough time getting help and getting the help I needed. And it just everything came to a head, and it became too much. And I said, okay, before I get fired, let me just bow out gracefully. Not that I thought I would have gotten fired. It probably wouldn't have came to that, but I don't know. But it's nice not having to worry about it anymore. So yeah, guys. So that's what I'm doing. That's what's been going on. If I get a sales job or something like that comes through, or I get an interview, make another video. But I think I'm gonna start making more videos here in Philly, and let you guys know how my life is going. I'm very surprised that and grateful I have like 267 subscribers that are interested in my boring life. Maybe it's not that boring. People like the fact that I lay it all out there, and I do, right down to the dollars and cents. I have no reason to hide anything. So, you know, if you like this kind of content, just stay tuned and see where I go from there. And it's all about trying to make that money, trying to get a lifestyle that I like, and trying to make this career change. So, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. And we'll see you probably next week.